Hey Cancer, Happy New Year. I am recording on Lunar New Year Day. So we are in a new moon and a new lunar cycle. So this is a reading for February the 1st till February the 9th. I'm going to be doing weekly readings, so I figured because it starts on a kind of weird day, we're going to do the full 9 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I lost count. So guys, please follow me for weekly readings. I'm going to be doing weekly and monthly. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I am using the Queen of the Moon, I think. I keep saying the wrong name of the decking in my first readings. And also Moonology as a supporting deck. So let's jump right in. Oh, I love this Cancer. So your first card is reversed. It is Pleasure. So, great card. Definitely a time for you to be enjoying. I actually feel like on a cosmic sense, it's like it's time to take that fulfillment, like absorb it all, like a feeling of contentment in the best possible way. I feel this kind of freedom of being in a very spiritual position, like being the spiritual queen that you are. Whether you're male or female, you can still be a spiritual queen. I just feel you're in your element. You're in this moment. I'm loving that. Lots of new beginnings. I just feel as though there's so many directions for you to go right now, and I think this is it. It's very much like you just feeling one with the way that the energy is, and you're flowing really great. So trust in yourself, trust in your instinct. But this is definitely a time for you to take pleasure in the small things and the big things, and just enjoy this moment. We have Purity next, and it's about really, again, just flowing. This card to me is like dance the rhythm of your rhythm, and even if you can't see where the future is going, just knowing that you're flowing and you're going in the right place at the right pace. Is there two cards? No, it just looked like it was on top of something. I would say that things are flowing well for you. So again, I want to just heighten that whole trust in your instincts and trust in the flow of the way that things are going at the moment. So if something is brought to your attention, it is time for you to acknowledge it. But I feel like, I don't need to tell you that, because I really do feel like you can feel. This is all about trusting your feelings and flowing with that. And I do think that you should embrace doing things that bring you pleasure, that bring you joy, and that's kind of taking you on the right path. You have Beauty next. Like, these three cards to me is just simply life being beautiful, which in this energy that, I've just done Gemini, and then I did Aries and then Taurus. They're a lot more intense, especially like Aries and Gemini. So if you do have them in your chart, check them out, because it's just intensity. But the Cancer is so chill compared to it. I feel like you are on top of your game, and you kind of I feel like you would be a very good person to lean on and be supportive of others right now. There's a lot of chaotic, energy in the world, and I feel like you are the kind of water being the water sign that is just very helpful, very productive to others. And I think I want you to embrace your that within you, the beauty of all that is you, that you can offer that, and you have this peace of mind within that. And I think it's because you just have this knowing right now. Obviously naturally Cancer just have this knowing, and it's there with you. And I think I want you to appreciate that. The energy that we're working with at the moment is very amplified of self, of what we are feeling and our part in this world. And for yours to be so much in ease and calm, that's what I want you to kind of focus on for yourself, is that, and how you can use that to, again, be productive in your life towards your life goal. We're in the new year. This reading is the very first reading of the year, right? So it's about how can we use this energy to grow this year, right? And to me, it's just flowing and being essentially just you. And I love that I can just say, like, what do I need to do? Just flow. Just be you. I love that. I'm loving that, Cancer. That's amazing. Acceptance. I do feel as though Again, like I was just saying before, how there's so much turmoil at the moment, especially with things going on in the world. Acceptance is one of the biggest things that we need right now. And I do think that you are like the lights that people need to realize this acceptance. So I'm loving that. But also, I feel for some of you, a little acceptance is needed. And I think that potentially, as I'm saying this beginning part to some of you are going to be like, where? Like, where is this chill? Where is this flow? But I think it's a part of yourself that you need to accept and acknowledge as well, if that is something that you feel opposed to at the beginning of this reading, because it's there. You just need to see it. I do feel like this is a great time for you to be sharing your light and sharing your acceptance. I think that the way that you view the world can be very helpful to people around you right now. And some of you, I think there's something in there that I feel like even maybe internally your views that you're showcasing externally, they differ, and I feel like it's bringing them together, because the acceptance card to me is like bringing two things together and accepting what is and not what should be or isn't, if you know what I mean. And I feel like for me, how that's interpreting for you, Cancer, specifically, is that potentially maybe whether you're holding your opinions or something, it's just not coming out as being fully open, maybe. And this to me, I feel, is like being this light for and guiding light for others can be a very positive thing. Surrender. Yep. So having acceptance and surrender, and with this being all about flow, I definitely feel you need to surrender to the flow and stop trying to force and push for things. But also, again, stay within that knowing that things are going to go the way that they need to go, and that things will be okay, everything is good. And again, that being a message that you're sharing with loved ones. And I kind of get this little thing, like even like children or people who are feeling vulnerable, being people around you to be easily influenced by you, or at least needing a shoulder, and you being able to surrender to that, and say the right words that they need to hear right now. So I'm loving that. Definitely no fighting, no forcing right now. You're definitely a sign that's like, you know, what do I need to do? Don't force. Like I said, just be you. Just exist, right? There's growth for you now. I'm in the second column. So we're going from acceptance and surrender to growth, and I think that that is the learning curve for you, is that you are learning to just be right now, and there being a lot of growth. You have learned so much, you have so much wisdom with you. I actually feel like you have grown massively, and that's going to continue to go in the right direction for you. Then something about time is coming through. Let me have a look. So what initially is kind of coming, it's like there is enough time. You're not short on time. So whether that's something that's impacting you, that's something for you to know, that you're not short on time. But there's more. There's something more I'm not grasping yet. So there's something about knowing. It's like you know enough. You have the wisdom and the knowledge that is helping you to grow. I feel as though there's just something here to do with time that's like, maybe you're trying to push and force again, because I get that vibe of you, you know, just releasing and surrendering and pushing. But it's like time, the time is now. I think that's the niggle that I'm like, what am I grasping? Because we've got this, there's no shortage of time, you know, you've got plenty of time to flow, but then I have this other like counteracting energy that's kind of being like, you know, now is the time. So I feel as though you've learned everything, and there's major growth for you right now. Now is the time for you to be taking action in terms of what you desire to achieve with growth, right? So we all have these goals. It's the new year. So what do? We make our little goals and be like, you know, I'm going to do this year. And it's like that is there, and the time is now to begin doing that. So whether that's, you know, I'm going to be healthier this year. Okay, great. Awesome. The time is now to start implementing those lifetime changes. You know, you've got all the time in the world, but there's no better time than now. And I think that's it. That's what I was trying to grasp at. What is this saying? Because it was like two countering things. It's like, do it now, but hey, you got all the time. And that's it. It's like you got all the time in the world, but the time is now to start it. Just chill, ease into it. You don't need to rush. So a lot of the time when people say, I want to be healthier, what they're really saying is, I want to lose weight. That is not sustainable, but being healthier is, right? So again, yes, the time is now to start doing it. You want to lose weight? Awesome. Okay, that's good. You might be on unhealthy weight. I don't know. Everyone's individual, right? If that's the case, awesome. So get into the lifestyle changes, start making small changes for you that's going to get you towards your goal. But the time is now is to start, but you're going to have all the time in the world. Don't expect to have results next week, in 1 month. This is a process, and anyone that's actually on this journey for legitimate results will know that it takes time. But then again, once you start seeing the results, you're going to be so proud of yourself, so don't let it deter you. I know that things do take time, and good things do come to those that wait. That saying, it takes time to get there, but it's not that you're not going to get there. You're on this growth, and you already know. Like, I feel like anything I say to you, Cancer, it's always like this for you, Cancer anyway. But whatever I say, you just need a reminder, right? You need that little nudge on the little spiritual reminder nudge. I don't know. Anyway, next card, you actually have 2 cards in this position, and you have faith and wisdom. So this is just in alignment with what I said already anyway, but have faith and trust, and really trust in yourself. This to me is very much, faith and wisdom is trusting what you know, trusting what you learn, trust in your growth as well, because we had growth just before this. You're definitely growing something and nurturing something into existence, but it's like, it's so organic, so natural, so just coming. This is to me, so it is so much like have faith and flow, and I'm just getting flow. So flow for sure. But again, it's growing, so have faith and trust. Trust is a major thing. You've learned so much to this time, and I feel as though you're on a journey. This is you've learned so much, but you're not at the end. And I think as well, a lot of people feel like potentially, things coming to an end, whether it be an era or relationship or something, but you're on a journey. This is not the end. So even if something has ended, I do feel like you're in a very good space. I don't feel like you're squashed and miserable in this ending, which I love, because nobody needs to be in that. But it means that you're learning, you're growing, and you just need that reminder. You're on this journey, and from those things that came to an end, you grew in wisdom, you grew with kind of arsenal tools that you have in your bag now, that again, moving forward, it makes it easier to reach your goals, and you are growing something, again, nurturing with that faith card with that as well. Next we have sovereignty. Yes, they were separate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay, no, these are together. So you have sovereignty and the unexpected. You have so many cards that pulled 2 out. Okay, see what I get from this. Interesting. So definitely feel as though awesome things are coming your way, but this is in such a way that it feels beyond like the physical as well. So I do feel like you're just so in tune. So those of you who are kind of wanting spiritual growth, wanting kind of more mental stability, could come into this, because when I go into the spiritual realm, I go into the mental realm as well, because if our mental state is not solid, then neither is the spiritual realm, right? And I just feel as though this is in alignment. So anything over here that we set that were like your goals, and I'm going to stick with the example being healthy eating, but this is not for everybody. This is a collective reading, and I use things to help us understand the energy and not specifics. Some of you it could be specifics, and that's amazing, but just remember, interpreting it into your own will make this much more essential to your own guidance. So, for example, using the goal to lose weight or to be healthy, this is going to help you in a very spiritual and mental way as well. So maybe you've been struggling a little bit in the last years with that mental, maybe ups and downs, sometimes, things being way too overwhelming, anxiety kicking in. And I feel like this goal really feels like it will level you out in such a self-awareness that, again, it's healing. It's self-healing. And remember that in any forms of healing, and I'm not a doctor and I'll just say that, but any sense of healing, the self is healing. Think of a wound, a doctor could put ointment on it and stitch it up, but the healing is the body itself, and you are your body, right? You're healing. So when we think of spiritual and mental, again, when you go to a psychologist, you may sit there and talk it through when you do certain types of therapy, and you're thinking like, this person's helping me, but it's not. It's you that is actually doing the work. You're the one that is reacting to the treatment, right? The body and the mind are healing themselves. And when we acknowledge that and realize our part in healing that we actually do with ourselves, we can be much more efficient and get the results that we're heading for. And this to me just feels all of that. You are becoming the sovereign of your own realm. I do feel that whatever you want and desire is just going to be really easy and natural to you once you're into this flow. Again, trusting, having faith, and just, again, being in your own, doing things that, and I want to touch back to the first card, are going to make you feel joy and happiness. And I think that that's the point, is to be dropping things away that are no longer with us, no longer serving us for that pleasure. No longer having the need to hold on to things that are not going to bring the bonuses to our life, I guess. So this is paired with the unexpected, and I do think that even though there's this sense of you knowing, it's more about being present and current, right? So I feel like for you can't really understand where this is going or where it's going to lead to. And I think this comes with that feeling that I get with things ending. I think sometimes when things end, we really can be a bit like, what am I supposed to do now? Even projects. This could be literally like, a project has come to an end. Maybe you wrote a book. It's now out there in the world. It's a baby. It's sold out, or it's not. But now, that project's done. What's next? And maybe you don't have the drive to write anymore because that was your dream. You've done it. And it's just, next. What's next? And I think that it's just going to be unexpected, whatever that may be. And I feel like it's going to be better than what you thought, because it's unexpected. It's like a surprise. So whether it just be that something else comes in, I'm going to use the project thing for example. So, you wrote a book, that was your thing, and you thought that was your dream, but then you're like, no. I feel like whatever the next step that comes in, it's an unexpected direction, but it'll be much more fulfilling for you, and that in itself is unexpected. And that's the energy. So whatever it is in your aspirations and your present time, I just feel as though it's leading you in an unexpected way. But this doesn't feel outcome-ish. This feels as in next. It's unexpected, but it's, again, a flow, and you're going to be the best at what you need to be doing, I guess. Your commitment is being tested. If you have Gemini in your chart, this is the exact same placement, so go check them out as well. This card for me, it really is sort of saying, we want to know if this is exactly what you want. So there may be areas that are not right for you, will come up and be like an irritation to you, and that's your choice to make the choice with what you want. Are you going to be committed to keeping with your boundaries and in one path, or are you going to be committed to be more forceful? And I do actually think that the universe is kind of testing you in the sense of whether or not that you are ready to allow and trust and have faith, or whether or not you're going to try and be more forceful within that, which is quite interesting. Okay, in reverse, a win-win outcome is forecast, and that's the energy I'm reading here with this unexpected. It's like it's a win-win. I feel as though, I do feel as though it's like you're just in this space where it's a good energy to sit in, but it can feel restless. And to me, this is sort of saying, look, hey, trust, have faith, you have everything you need. It's a win-win outcome, and so to trust in that. I would say for me, I'm getting this is bringing things back into balance. So again, I want to touch on the little thing we said, like with things maybe being in balance previously. It's if you just feel like you are really coming into balance during this time. This is really good energy. It's time to take action. So again, time is now. Like, we need that reminder. Time is now. You've got all the time in the world, but it's time to take action. So it's time for you to start implementing things. It's time for you to move on to the next thing. A new start is coming. So yeah, these bottom 4 cards are literally just your little roundup summary. It's like, look, we're going to test your commitment. It's a win-win outcome. So no matter what the outcome, it's a win-win. So, it's going to be positive either way. It's going to be beneficial. It's going to lead you to where you need to go. It's time to take action now though, so you need to get on it. And it's a new start coming. So something new is definitely coming. Unexpected? Let's see. Feel free to comment and expand on that, Cancer, because I'm really interested to know how that might be impacting you right now. So thank you guys for being here. Happy New Year and many blessings to you and your family. And I hope to see you and spend this year with you. So thank you guys.